The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. They brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5. Give $50 bonus funds. Use promo code MLB SGPN. And welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast here on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It's currently Monday morning, September 15th, around 10:20 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm your host, Scott Rochelle, once again joined by Adam Rosenberg, and together we're going to break down our favorite props here for the Monday card. Adam, how's it going with you? What's up? How's your weekend?
It was good. It could have been better on us. We got our dick punched on NFL sides. We were okay on props. Still just not great. Sorry, I'm taking a sock off. But yeah, I mean, whatever. Back to baseball. We got like a week left. Got a couple futures that are going to cash soon, hopefully. And yeah, pretty ugly slate today. So let's try to find a couple things so we can lick some wounds, and I can figure out how much we're going to be spending on fading a bunch of people's ladder props and stuff that I saw on Twitter today already.
Yeah, well, knock on wood, I'm going to point out that even though it was not the best overall Sunday for us with all of our action, if you watch the prop show, I did sweep the NFL prop show, so at least there was something.
Yeah, I was 1 and 2 on that, and and I've been tracking all of our, I've been tracking my stuff at least collectively, and our mine and Underdogs because we take them together. So if you followed blindly me and our group plays on SGPN over the last month, you'd be up $1,000.
Yeah. Point that I'm just trying to make, though, is that even though we each give out 3 props on the prop show, I guarantee you we're taking a lot more plays than just 3 each. So
yeah. And also people are also parlaying all of our stuff, so it's working out well for them, it seems. Also, we were really hot on MLB last week up until Friday. I didn't work out. So it was
for the sake of the prop show, point is if you back the NFL prop show, reminder that's on the Propcast, and we ended up having a pretty good episode because I went 3-0. So can't complain. It's fine. Besides that, though, I see Ed asking the question if we're continuing the actual podcast for the baseball season into the postseason. The answer is yes. We are going to have to tweak it slightly because we're not going to be able to do episodes for each actual day, and you might be forcing some props on one game if it's the standalone game on a particular day. So we might do series props going in, where we're going to be talking about, for example, player to record X amount of hits or lead in stolen bases,
RBI leader, stuff like that.
So it's going to be a bit more long shot, I'd say, future creative, but we are still going to be doing the show. It's going to have to change a little bit because we're not going to have as many games to work with, obviously, but there will be a postseason MLB prop show. So that will be a thing. So there you go. Anyway, anything else you want to talk about?
No, just adding to that, if anybody's trying to tell you on baseball postseason to be betting player props the same way you do regular season, they're wrong and they're an idiot because it's much more game theory because games are set up in this actually goes for every sport, to be honest, because series playoff format is more game theory than it is skill. Guys who normally would get 2 at bats might get 4. It's all about matchups, and then there's a lot of you know what, we're just going to conserve our bullpen. We'll get them tomorrow. So a position player may come out to pitch, or
even just the polar opposite of that. You had a situation where a starter usually goes 6, but now it's the postseason, and now he's going about 4. You can see a lot of different things that you can't really use the regular season for. You kind of toss it out in a way because postseason baseball is completely different. Batters, some might be playing the full game in the regular season. Now suddenly bases loaded. We need another guy who's coming to the plate. So you might see a lot of, I'd say, unusual things in postseason baseball, which can make prop betting a little bit trickier. It's why I tend to go more unders in postseason baseball, just because
I go over on walks. Guys get
That's about it. Yeah, stuff like that. But there will be a postseason episode, slightly different format, I'd say, but there's still going to be content. So don't worry about that. Anyway, before we get into any of the actual props for the card here for Monday, limited card, by the way, so keep an eye out for what could be a pretty interesting day of baseball. A reminder, though, check out the SGPN app in the App Store for easy access to all of our free picks and props and podcasts. So check out the App Store, free to download SGPN app. So moving on to our props here for the Monday baseball card. Adam, what do you like as your first prop for the show?
I just threw it in, but I'm going to go with Jesus Sanchez no hits at plus 132 today. Let me pull this up. He stinks. He's not only stinks, but he's also like he's supposedly a lefty specialist or righty specialist. He should be batting against righties. Hasn't been good against either. So we're gonna take him. I was looking at his plate appearance. He had 5 2 times last week, but most of the time he has 3. He's like the first guy that they jump out that they're just like, we're not gonna take him. But his last 5 games in 13 at bats, he has no hits, a 35 K rate. He does not exist. And in his last 10, he's still got a 30% K rate. And Jack Leiter's been pretty good. He's gotten better too. I like Jack Leiter. So Jack Leiter is also, he's actually been a lot better lately and on the road. 3.55 expected ERA, a 30% K rate. I almost went with the 2 Ks, but I think he stinks altogether that I'm comfortable with the no hits, knowing that he'll probably get lifted too, just because his form is terrible.
Yeah, his form's terrible. It's a great price. I was considering taking it, and then you messaged me first because I was traveling back from Baltimore yesterday. So you had got first dibs on some of the props.
First dibs on some of these guys who stink.
By the way, shout out to the Horseshoe Poker Room yesterday. I didn't play. My friend was playing, but the poker room was basically like 90% empty. So I asked the people at the front of the poker room if I could borrow one of their unused poker tables to start editing podcasts and start setting up podcasts for like Tuesday. And they said, sure. So fun fact, this podcast was actually set up on Restream at the poker room at Horseshoe Casino. So shout out to them for letting me use their unused poker table. But yeah, point is I came back pretty late to New York last night. So you ended up wanting this play. Thought about it too, but Sanchez has been really bad. Great price. I think he could get lifted in the middle of the game as well. So I'm going to stick with the angle of guys who are not very good. But this one's going to be a pitcher. I'm going to go to the Yankees game against the Twins. We know the Yankees own the Twins historically. I will fade the Twins starting pitcher, Simeon Woods Richardson. Give me the over 2.5 earned runs at minus 105. He's allowed at least 3 earned in 4 of his last 5 starts this season. He has an xERA of 4.10 and a hard hit rate of 42%. Last 5 starts, it's gotten worse. The last 5 starts, an xERA of 4.43, hard hit rate of 45.9%. I know the Yankees did lose the Sunday Night Baseball game. They're down 6-0 in the first inning. I get it. But point is, Woods Richardson has not been very good. Yankees do hit a lot of home runs. He allows a lot of home runs. And the Yankees own this team. I think it's going to be a long night for Woods Richardson. Give me his over-earned runs at 2.5, minus 105.
He stinks. He was on my list of possible over-earned run guys, but he stinks. Yeah. He shows up on my these guys stink filter.
I mean, he should, because he doesn't really strike many guys out. Does a ton of contact, and the issue is he might only go about like 4 and change, but the Yankees are still home run dependent, and he allows a lot of home runs. So I think it's a good matchup for the Yankees. So I'll go with that for my first prop. I'm going to ask you, though, what is your second prop for the card?
I'm just hearing something just drop.
I heard something, too.
Yeah. Hold on.
Your Sun Cruiser fell off the table.
Yeah.
I had so many of those over the weekend, by the way. Sun Cruisers. So they're so damn good.
They're great. We had them by the pool at Circa.
That was the first time I had them. It was the pool at Circa. And I don't know. It's 1 gram of sugar.
They're great.
They are very good.
Okay, so
if you're not connecting the dots here, I was at a bachelor party this past weekend in Baltimore. So
I'm going with Spencer Strider over 2.5 earned runs. He's
been quite bad.
He has been. I mean, I just think he's overrated. He should just be a closer.
Well, the problem you run into though with some starters is that he used to be really good, but then when people get Tommy John, everyone thinks that they're just going to immediately bounce back to what they.
That's not what it is, though. That's not what it is with him. It's that he doesn't have a third pitch.
That could be true too.
Like Hunter Green had the exact same issue, and then they gave Hunter Green a third pitch, and he became electric.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, but I don't think that Spencer Strider has never developed a third pitch, And that is his issue, and he should just be converted to a closer. He should either figure out throwing a changeup or a sweeper and call it a day, or move to the bullpen and he could be a lights out closer. This could be a Miller Gagne situation, Eckersley situation. You know,
I thought you were going to say potentially Smoltz because it's both the Braves, but
Smoltz did it too. But Smoltz did it in an era where he had Tommy John, and it was to preserve his like longevity. Like Smoltz was a dominant starter who had a deep repertoire.
I know. Yeah.
So Strider doesn't. Like Gagne only had 2 pitches. He's also on drugs and taking steroids. But Eckersley like didn't have a fastball. Eckersley was like all slider. My point is just that he doesn't have the pitch art. I don't think he has a pitch arsenal to be.
Yeah, you think he needs one more pitch?
I think he needs another pitch.
I'm throwing
and
we're at a point.
Angle. We're at a point now where it's like we're 4 years in. Like
you have to learn something to get better.
You got to learn something, dude.
I just say I'm throwing out too. I do think there's an expectation now that if you get Tommy John, like you're just going to be the same guy you used to be. That's not always a guarantee. So I don't think the health has been there for him either. But I think you are right, though. He does need to add a little bit more variety to his pitch.
The irony being he had Tommy John after he added a curveball last year, so maybe he's afraid to throw it.
Could be. I don't know.
I think it's a pussy move. Anyway, point is, we're going to take him. We're going to take him for over earned runs. His last 3 starts, his ERA is 5. His expected ERA is 5.82. So the fact that he has been under his earned runs in 2 of the last 3, don't buy it. He should have gone over in both of them. He gave up 4 against the Nats in May. Over in 3 of 5 road games. Right-handed pitchers are 4-2 the over in their last 6 starts against the Nats. Nats had a good hitting week in the middle of the week. I just do like this for them.
They have my boy. They have Lyle in the middle of that lineup.
That lineup is just
I love that damn guy.
Bunch of poverty players.
Lyle's good though. I like that guy.
Yeah, he just stinks. I mean, overall, 6 of his last 10. 6 of the last 10 on the road. There's not a lot to love. He pitches through a 97 last time too, which is he's been up there. He's been at 100. He's probably going to get shut down. This is probably his. This is going to be his last start, probably. Or he's one more start probably after this, and then he's done.
They might keep. Who knows? The Braves are terrible. Doesn't really matter.
I don't know if I'd run him into the ground. It's so weird because they rushed him back. He never had the Tommy John. He had the brace, whatever the hell that is, but he still.
Well, they rushed him back, and Sale came back, and they were in like second to last place in the division. So they just.
You want to hear a good a lukewarm take about Sale. I think Sale is very, 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 very good. I think people think that Garrett Crochet is Chris Sale, and I don't think they're anywhere close. I think people desperately want Garrett Crochet to be Chris Sale, and he's not.
I think Crochet is solid, of course, very solid, but no, Sale's in a different league.
I think Sale's in such a different league. Like the way Sale looked coming back from just taking 8 weeks to fix everything. He had like an oblique.
People want the comp because, of course, they were both in the White Sox, and the White Sox sucked. They went to Boston, but no, I thought I think Sale was the better pitcher.
I think Sale is so much better. I am like all these people that are like that thought that Garrett Crochet is going to be the Cy Young this year. I'm sorry, like even Hurt Scoop Ball is the Cy Young. It's like minus 7,000 now. I love that. You know what I love? You know what else I love is Judge being minus $1 billion for MVP while these anybody who said, well, you should play catcher or you should look at WAR. I can tell you never played sports if that is your response to why you think Cal Raleigh should.
I'm trying to think of what is that, Millhouse? Is that what you're going for?
I don't know. It's every freaking nerd.
I'm trying to think if that's Millhouse or if that's like the nerd scientist.
It's a little bit of both.
It's kind of both.
Flavin. Anyway, I digress. Spencer Strider over 2.5 ER minus 104.
Yeah, either way. I know Strider had a decent amount of strikeouts last start. He still struggled in terms of earned runs, so it's fine either way.
They kind of leave him in there until he gives up 3.
Yeah, basically, because they want to see like how long he can go until he struggles, and he just seems to always get into trouble at this point. So, yeah, I like it. But either way, before we get into my second prop for the show, a reminder that we are brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Who's Bookie?
My Bookie.
Using to bet on football. They also have prop builders, which are second to none. They have a motto which we can agree with: bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. You can deposit and get payouts with crypto. And a reminder: when you sign up for your new account, use the code SGPN for 100% payback bonus. It's $500 for new customers. I'm looking at the promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you're getting some of those prices available. It's available in 25 states. Download the Novig app. Bet $5, $50 bonus funds. Use promo code SGPN Once again, get on the action with no VIG, promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through the first couple props for the show. Time to move on into my second prop for the baseball card. I'm going to go with my player fade of the day. I'm going to go with Drew Gilbert. Sounds like a fake player. He might be, but either way, he's not very good. So his under half a base, or in other words, no hits, is plus 115. He's had no hits in 4 of his last 5. Gallen is pitching for Arizona, who's been better lately. He's allowed less than 6 hits in 7 straight starts, and Gilbert is 0 for 3 lifetime against Gallen. Yes, Gilbert is a lot better on the road than at home. I'm aware of it. But Gallen has been objectively better over the last month or two. And we're looking at Gilbert, who I think we'd agree is not very good.
Yeah. Plus, are we actually? Would someone actually push back on the argument and say he has home road splits on a dude who baseline stinks?
The truth is, I actually did a look at the home road splits. He is significantly better on the road.
Okay, well, maybe he got better draw. Home road splits on batters, I think, are bullshit because the reality is because it's like that's for pitchers, it's sight lines. For a batter, like you just got luck of the draw, I think.
Oh, no. See, the thing is, you can, once again, dismiss the home road splits. I'm just mentioning if you were going to push back on it, there is an actual split there, but I don't really care because I don't think that Gilbert's any good. And I think Gallen has been better over the last month or so. And we know Gallen, despite not being great for most of the last season or two, he still has great stuff. So I do think that he can give Gilbert some problems. Give me Gilbert no hits here at plus 115.
Cool.
So there you go. Sounds like a fake player, but he's allegedly real. So
is he gonna? What's his name? Eldridge is playing today too.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Giants think they're going for. The Giants think they're making the playoffs.
They do this every year, and then they always end up short.
They're not making that team is not making the playoffs. Guys.
If you blindly predict the Giants to finish within 3 games or so of 500 in either direction, you're probably right every year.
What an incredibly mid team.
Yeah.
I see Joe in the chat talking about how he jumped on Judge MVP when people thought he was hurt and it was even money. It was like good call. It's just like, so people were over in the Cal thing. Also, I see Eli talking about asking me about sight lines. When you're a pitcher, every day you are throwing 100 pitches or something towards this small marker that is a catcher's mitt. That's why they don't let people sit behind. Like everything has to be like your sight lines are. What am I looking at that's behind this backstop? And at home, it's a lot different than on the road where it could change. Every road start is different. At home, you might have a better home split because everything is the same. You can focus, and that's how it works. But there's a reason why they won't let you sit behind home plate and be distracting. Like the whole shit with Marlins, man, was because he was distracting pitchers because it's a sea of people wearing whatever.
And he's got an orange shirt.
Like the Phillies love doing the white rally towels because pitchers all like their home pitchers say it's really good for my focus at home because I just see them all going.
Yeah. Basically, if you want to phrase it, it's the pitcher's version of the batter's eye.
Pitcher's version of batter's eye, but batter's eye I don't think exists.
Yeah, but the point is that that's the type of thing we're talking about.
No. I think batter's eye is a myth, is a thing. I think that, like, in terms of, if we're talking about people who are real creatures of habit, showing up to do 4 at-bats versus showing up to throw 100 pitches, creature of habit is the guy with throwing 100.
I think batter's eye could matter if there's potential sun, if there's like a weather.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That I agree. Like that stuff, shadows for sure.
Yeah,
but
I think that might matter.
I hit better in Rogers Stadium than I do in Yankee Stadium than I do in Camden Yards, and I don't play for any of those teams. Like that's just bullshit.
Yeah, but either way, point is I'll fade Gilbert at plus money, who I think is not very good. Moving on though to your last prop for the show here. What do you like?
I like. Okay, so I'm gonna have a miscellaneous prop in this game too. First of all, I like Sean Burke over 2.5 walks at 2-1.
Good price.
Good price. Over in 3 of the last 4 home games. We had 4 against Tampa in their last start. 5 Orioles batters have walk rates of 10% or higher in the last 30 plate appearances against right-handed pitching. So I like that. I'm going to combo this. I'm squeezed 2 into the same game. I like that, but I also like Gunnar total bases. I like Gunnar over that. He's been hitting the ball really hard. He hasn't had a whole bunch of stuff against righties lately, but in his last 5 games, let's look at Gunnar. Gunner's been excellent. Gunner's been excellent. He's got an expected batting average of 310, BABIP 308. high walk rate, low K rate. He has 2 barrels, 9 hard hits, 71% hard hit rate. Gunnar Henderson's probably sending one to the moon today. I bet on that.
Okay, there you go. For my last prop, I'm actually going to stay in the same game as the Gilbert play. But I'll go with an Arizona batter because Tang's pitching for the Giants and he sucks. Give me Corbin Carroll. I'll take him to score a run at -125. So we know that he's one of the fastest players in the league. It's been working out lately. He scored at least 1 run in 12 of his last 16 games. He's been good against San Francisco as well. He scored at least 1 run in 9 of his last 13 games against the Giants. And Tang is pitching for San Francisco. Lefties have 50 plate appearances against him. 318 batting average, 392 on base. He has been awful in general. He's been consistently bad, and he's been really bad against lefties. Carroll is a really, really good baseball player, and he's very fast. So I like the combo there. Give me Carroll to score a run at -125. Do you have any pushback on Tang, or do you think he's actually atrocious?
I don't know. I don't honestly know enough about him.
That's
fair. His numbers, his deep metrics say he's good, but
I feel like deep metrics only count for so much. It's more of a long-term thing. If you get called up mid-season,
I like this. I mean, Corbin Carroll's an MVP.
If you get called up mid-season, you get shelled repeatedly, but your underlying stuff is good. Maybe next year it'll be decent, but I don't see you figuring it out on the fly when you got called up like mid-season. I just don't see that happening. But
no, I agree.
We love Carroll. I mean, Carroll's a great player. He's simply put a guy who was on an underachieving team this year, but not his fault. The guy can hit. The guy's really good at baseball.
I think he's really, really good.
There we go.
Is he back to leading off? I haven't even checked. Or is he third?
I didn't check that, but no matter what, he's batting in the top 3. So that's why I didn't really check that much.
Nope, it's good. Anyway, yeah, he's awesome.
Either way, you have anything for the miscellaneous platonic prop section?
Let's see. You guys want me to find another guy to strike out twice? Let's do it. I'm
trying to think if there's any of the usual suspects you want to go with for this.
Everyone's gonna be. It's gonna be really funny when everybody thinks that Ashcraft is good. Let's see. All right. Well, I know we faded him, but Spencer, James Wood. Ooh, Pizza Candy at 2Ks might be. Oh, no. He actually bombed off of. I don't want to do that because that's threading the needle too much. Let me look. And then we can get
Well, you said you wanted Gunnar home run. So
here's what I have for people that are joining. Like, I have Schomburg over 2.5 walks. D. Johnson, I don't like the case. I have Gunnar total bases and then sprinkle on the home run. I have Strider over 2.5 earned runs. And then I have Jesus Sanchez to not do anything of value. Let's see. Okay, this I think we may have one. Is Ryan Jeffers still playing? No, I think he might be dead. Yeah, he's dead.
I don't see anything listed for him.
Yeah, I think he's dead. I'm just looking and seeing. I like to map really good K rates to guys who have historically struck out a lot.
By the way, while you're looking that up, Henderson home runs plus 480.
Yeah, I like it. It's great. That's a good price. There's nobody here that I really like for the batter Ks. So just going to call it that. Let me see if there's any miscellaneous. Let me see if there's anybody good that we want for 2 hits. Sometimes that one's fun. Potentially Spencer Horowitz. That's interesting. Spencer Horowitz has been
He's actually been pretty good lately.
Yeah, I would do. I don't hate Spencer Horowitz. I don't hate. Wait. Oh well. What's his name for the Blue Jays is making his first start. Trevelage or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I didn't really know much about him, but his strikeout stuff was pretty decent in the minors.
He's good. His last couple starts he hasn't had a lot of swinging strikes, so I'm not like dying on this one, but that I might end up adding his Ks late.
All right, that's fine. So there you go. Keeping it light, pretty underwhelming.
Keeping it light. I'm going to dive into NFL after this too.
I did not think it was a great baseball card today, but we got 2 Monday night games for football. So you got stuff going on instead. Anyway, before we get into the actual best bets, and then again, trade reminder, they're brought to you by our sponsor, which is Underdog Fantasy, coincidentally. Great place to play your fantasy pick'em entries. You win 500 times your entry, pick higher or lower on your favorite player stats. Available on a ton of sports. And a reminder, you can also use the new offer for new customers when you sign up for your new account. Play just $5, $50 bonus funds. Use promo code MLB SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. They're off to a great start in college football and the NFL. They also have a new leaderboard system with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you can win $1K. The bets do not have to win. Just track any 5 bets from a model that you build, and you can win $1K. Use the promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download the Rhythm app. Use the promo code SGPN25. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finish going through the first our props for the show. Time to move on into our best bets for the show. Adam, out of the 3 plays you gave out, which one is your favorite?
It's hard to not love this Jesus Sanchez no hits.
Okay.
He
good
stinks.
Price. It's a really good price.
It's a great price. He stinks.
Yeah. What was the price on that again?
Plus 132.
Yeah. So 132 is what you're going to go with there. I think I'm going to go back to Woods Richardson. I know he's been better at home than on the road this season, but the Yankees, we know, are really set up in a great spot to potentially gain some games on Toronto over the next few days. Toronto is a matchup against Tampa. Tampa's not good, but it's still a division series that could get interesting in Tampa. But the Yankees, we know, have owned Minnesota historically. Woods Richardson has been bad recently. He's allowed 3 earned minimum in 4 of his last 5. Gives up home runs. Yankees, we know, can mash. I like the Woods Richardson struggling spot here. Give me Woods Richardson over 2.5 earned runs at minus 105 as my best bet for the show. So for Underdog, is there anything that you want to recycle or anything you want to build from scratch? We talked about some stuff.
I had some notes from last night. If we want to kind of build off of those,
sure, that's fine.
Let's see. I'm in a group chat where someone left a 2-minute voice memo. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit? Who has that much to say?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
I think most voice notes people leave are 10 seconds or less. That's how I treat voicemails or voice notes. But
all right, let's see. Who did I send you also last night that I liked Michael Bush too today.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's see if he still shows up on my nonsense. We could do a Boggo Boom.
Well, I'm going to ask just as a pivot because I did like Carroll run. Do you want to go for Carroll fantasy score?
Yeah, let's do it. You think Carroll has a big game?
I think he does.
Okay.
We both think Tang's not very good. Arizona has. I mean, Carroll scored a bunch of runs lately. We know that he's a monster.
So I'm gonna take Michael Bush over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I like him against Braxton Ashcraft, who has not been good against
lefties.
I just want to look up the hit rate here. And yeah, his last couple of games has been really good. Okay, and you liked Corbin Carroll fantasy score. We got that one in there. And then who do we think stink? Let's look for a pitcher that we think stinks. I'm going to use these guys stink filter. Strider, Sean Burke, Joe Boyle.
Okay.
I think Sean Burke. Joe Boyle looks like he might stink.
Is Boyle confirmed?
Boyle's not confirmed.
I would skip Boyle because there's a chance Tampa does some creative opener crap and we end up getting that voided, so I wouldn't even bother.
We don't even get a fantasy score for Burke. That's how bad he is.
Okay. Well, we have a choice on Burke fading or we can go with Strider. Your call.
Strider, dude.
That's fine. We can do the earned runs again. Because I would say the fantasy score, but he did strike out a lot of guys last start, so it might kind of scare me off from that, but I don't mind the earned runs.
Or do you want to do over 5.5 hits?
It's your call. I'm fine either way.
I mean,
I don't have to hit that in front of me. That's kind of why
let's do the earned runs. We go flag it. It's fine. Cool. 5.1 payout.
Allegedly. All right. Allegedly. So yeah, what do we got?
Michael Bush, higher 1.5 hits, runs, RBI. Spencer Strider, higher 2.5 earned runs allowed. Corbin Carroll, higher 9.5 fantasy points.
Okay, there we go. Anyway, I do want to remind everybody once again of our plays from the previous section. So, Adam, can you just read off your 3 plays one more time?
Yeah, I got 4, actually.
Yeah.
Gunner, total bases, and home run. Sean Burke. Sean Burke's really the miscellaneous play, so let's call it 3 plays. Gunner, Jesus, no hits, Strider, earned runs.
Yeah, there you go. And the Burke walks was, I believe, 2-1.
Burke walks, but yeah, he may not last that long, but so it's like it's a half a unit to win a unit type of situation.
There you go. For my 3 props, I have Woods Richardson over 2.5 earned runs -105 as my best bet. I have Drew Gilbert, no hits at +115, and I have Corbin Carroll to score a run at -125. Anyway, I'll be back once again for the prop show on Wednesday. Of course, there is a baseball show later today. I will not be on it today, but it's going to be previewing the Tuesday games. We'll be back for the prop show Wednesday. We have an NFL prop show on Thursday. So check out all of the content that we have together, and that is available for free on SGPN. Till next time, good luck to all of you and all of your bets. Bye, everyone.